Hi, Karen Curry Parker here with your weekly Human Design Evolution Report. And you might think I'm standing in front of a field of snow. I'm actually standing on a frozen lake. That's right. And you might wonder, why am I doing the evolution report from the top of a frozen lake? Why am I standing on water? Now, this might not be such a big deal to some of you if you're from the northern places in this country, like Wisconsin or Minnesota or Wyoming or North Dakota. This might not seem like such a weird thing, such a terrifying thing to do, but I'm a Texan, and in Texas, water never freezes, not this way for sure, and certainly not to the degree to where you can walk, or as my neighbors just did, drive your Suburban over it. This is a pretty terrifying thing for me to do. I want you to know that underneath this, probably, hopefully, 2 feet or more of frozen ice, the water is sloshing up and making the most horrifying, terrifying sounds, and the whole lake is groaning. And it's very scary because I don't have a paradigm for this, which is really why I wanted to do this for you today. Tonight we have a lunar eclipse with the moon being in the gate 56, the gate of the storyteller. On Tuesday, the human design year starts on the gate 41. Your life, what you create in your life, is set in place by 2 things. Number 1, the stories you tell about who you are. The stories you tell about who you are, the narratives you hold, and I've been saying this for weeks, so it's nothing new. The narratives you hold about your life set the direction for your life. They set the tone for what you're able to and willing to say yes to in your life. What you're willing to dream about is the second thing that creates the place of expansion and possibility for your life. Up until the time when I married a Minnesotan and moved up here, I never thought that you could stand, much less drive a car on water. I had a limiting story about what's possible in the wintertime. Now, albeit with great terror, I'm able to stand out here on this lake and really incorporate into my reality a new paradigm. I want you to understand that with these celestial weathers playing, especially setting the tone not only for this next creative cycle that we're entering into, but for the year, you are only going to be as expansive or as limited. You're only going to be able to say yes to the things that are contained within your story and the things you're willing to allow yourself to dream as possibility for yourself. And oftentimes that means you have to explore the lions that are guarding the gates of what you are saying yes and no to. You've got to explore where is your story perhaps not allowing you to expand into your dreams, and to look at what's in that gap between the story you're telling and the dream you're holding. This lunar eclipse cycle is a bookend, and that bookend gives us the opportunity, courtesy of the loving grace of the celestial weather and the universe, to explore what's going on in our story that's keeping us from living our dreams. And where do we need to perhaps expand the story and maybe even give ourselves permission to expand our dreams so that we can create what we really want to be creating in our lives, and so that our life becomes an authentic reflection of the truth of who we are. Buckminster Fuller, and I can't quote it directly because I don't have the paper in front of me and I'm not wearing my glasses and I'm standing on a frozen lake, but Buckminster Fuller basically said that our dreams create the universe. Your dreams create your world. So what are you willing to allow yourself to dream about? What are you willing to say yes to? And what stories do you have? What stories are you holding that perhaps you need to change in order to allow yourself to decrease that gap between the stories you tell and the dreams you have? Have a wonderful week. Take good care of yourselves. Stay warm, and I'll talk to you next week.